So hello again, good afternoon. I hope you're enjoying this event as much as I am. One thing I've learned about this business is that in times of growing information, no matter what stage companies are in, everyone scrape for knowledge and useful insights to improve sales, create better products and services, and to make better use of time and resources. We have been working on a survey that will evolve to a barometer. We are in an early stage, but we found some very interesting numbers, and I want to share with you. 73% of companies are only doing the first steps in data science. Only 22% of our Generation Z knows what is data science. Only 6% of university students intend to pursue on a data science career. 36% of managers and business leaders don't know much about data science. This is just a quick overview. We will share more detailed data about our survey, like I said, but that helps us on some of the things I want to share with you. My experience and the data that we have collected tell us that there's a huge gap between the knowledge of business leaders and data scientists. Most of the business leaders doesn't know much about data science, and most of data science doesn't know much about business or strategy. One of our main goals as an association is to build a bridge to minimize that gap. I think data is much more than the new oil or the new gold. But just think, how many companies do you know that have data on their balance sheets? It's interesting. Perhaps they have an obsolete printer, they have an empty database, or even if it's with tons of data, perhaps the value is absolutely the same. No judgment, but it's a very interesting point of view. Billy Bean. Most of leaders in sports are already today data-driven, as the example we've seen today about football. This is the real money ball guy. You've seen perhaps the movie. It tells a true story about this real guy that started more than 10 years ago using analytics on their job. I'm going to, so he was ahead of time. I'm going to share a short video with this real money ball guy and a piece of the movie.
Hopefully help people make better decisions and also create a process, an objective process from which to base the way you do things. So you can go look back and compare as well. I mean, the great thing about math is it's very rational. I'm not particularly good at math, but I have guys around me who are.
Baseball isn't just numbers. It's not science. If it was, then anybody could do what we're doing, but they can't because they don't know what we know. Billy, you got a kid in there that's got a degree in economics from Yale. You got a scout here with 29 years of baseball experience. You're discounting what scouts have done for 150 years, even yourself? Adapt or die.
Adapt or die. I would prefer to say those who adapt will succeed faster. All the organizations, big and small, of any type, are today data dependent. Banks, insurance companies, retail, manufacturing, public sector. Some of them have digital transformation initiatives to become data driven, which is a huge challenge, a big change. Most easier for those who are already born digital. Let me share this example. Perhaps some of you already heard about DataMart, just the #1 in sales for the last 6 years. Walmart is big and didn't born digital. But today, they are labeling prices in real time. Those prices change based on demand, based on to optimize their margin, their revenue. Not only the prices, but all the logistics, managing stocks, capacity planning, everything is driven by data. This VUCA world that we're living does not allow us to wait and copy later. We must accept what we can't control and focus on what we can do. Data science is the mainstream of all the successful digital transformation projects. But I think you can imagine the other one. Most of those projects, those successful projects I've mentioned, the questions, the ideas behind those projects didn't come from data scientists. So defining the right questions, it's very, very important and can really make the difference. This is one of my favorite quotes. This one perhaps you already know. More than 90% of the time is spent on asking the right questions, less than 10 to solve it. I truly believe that our success in data science relies on our ability to make the right questions. I really want to emphasize this point. If we miss those questions, no super technology will help us understand the answers and therefore act upon them. We can have the best data science in the world, but if we do the wrong questions, the outcome will be random. Let me give you a more clear example. Asking what are going to be my sales in a certain period, it's totally different from asking what should I do to accomplish a specific goal. It could be a sales number. In the first question, we're going to develop a predictive analytics model. In the second one, we're talking most of the time an evolution from the first question. We're talking about prescriptive analytics. The technology, the tools, methods, and techniques are pretty much different. Perhaps we need to choose different data scientists to create a team to solve those different questions. So more than a strong top management sponsorship, like we need in any type of relevant projects in an organization, to succeed in data science, we need to have business leaders deeply involved in the projects from the beginning. To help with the questions, to help on gathering data, getting internal, either internal or external, to help understanding the answers. Top management cannot be relieved of responsibility on this matter. If you heard, it wasn't very good the sound, but Billy Bean said he's not very good on math. So even for those, the CEOs, the top managers, if they are not very good on math, it doesn't matter. They really need to be involved on these type of projects. So we want to put data science as the main topic of CEO's agenda. We want to inspire them, and we want to help them on asking the right questions. Because we want, and we will have successful stories to tell. So our mission has, you've seen in some videos, and as Guilherme mentioned, is to empower data science for a better world. I'm going to share also some of our main goals as an association. So we're going to work as a catalyst to build bridges between the different stakeholders. That's perhaps what we're going to do in a nutshell. So between academy and the employers, I think they need to work closer, and we need to bring more people to data science, to this field of knowledge, not only Generation Z and Y, but also requalifying other professionals. already talked about this gap between business leaders and data scientists. We want to minimize that gap, for instance, helping them on asking the right questions to help our members to succeed on the data science projects. We know, and we are aware of what we can do in data science for social good. So we want to help and support projects with impact. Already talked today, and we have a talk tomorrow. We're going to talk again about law, talk about ethics. This is a very important point for us. We want to help and want to on regulation and ethics. And one of the things we have to ask ourselves if not only what data science can do, but what data science should do. That time has come, and that's a discussion that we want to bring to our market. And of course, a bridge between Portugal and the rest of the world. Since we have a fantastic country, we want to empower, to encourage our friends from other countries to come and establish here as individuals or businesses and work with us. And also, we want to promote behind borders our expertise on this field. So we, the Portuguese, have the happy habit of being among the best when we are committed. Once our navigators with ships conquered unknown lands across the seas, today we have a sea of data that grows in the cloud at an exponential rate. I believe our data silos have also all the conditions to thrive. So we may now be just a group of people, but together, as members of Data Science Portuguese Association, we really can make the difference. So let's act as a global team to empower data science for a better world. Thank you.